Oh, this is a quarter moon. Over here's a half moon.
So cut up another pie so that each of you gets 1/6 of the pie.
You have to cut it into thirds.
Sometimes a habit isn't really a habit at all. It can be a coping mechanism we cling to when we don't know how to deal with a much bigger problem. In this episode, Sister Bear keeps slipping back into a pattern she desperately wants to break. The episode begins at school. Sister is cutting out pretend pies with her friend Lizzie. Teacher Jane appears and asks them a question. She says, if you were sharing this pie with 2 friends, how should you cut it? Lizzie answers right away and says into thirds. So Sister carefully cuts the pies into 3 equal slices. It seems simple, but you can already see her trying hard to get it exactly right. Then Teacher Jane makes the problem tougher. She says, what if you're having dessert with 5 friends? That makes 6 people in total, and to cut the pie so each of them can get 1 slice each. Sister stares at her pie, unsure of what to do. She watches Lizzie confidently cut her own pie pictures, and Sister freezes. She looks confused and almost overwhelmed, and then without even realizing it, she slips into her bad habit and starts biting her fingernails. It's a tiny action, but it reveals everything. This classroom scene isn't just about fractions. It shows how Sister's habit appears the second she feels like she's under pressure.
I made a blueberry pie, an apple pie, and a cherry pie, Lizzie. Those look good enough to eat, sister.
All right. Now that your pies are out of the oven, I want you to pretend that you're sharing the first one with 2 of your friends. How should you cut the pie?
Into thirds. Then there's 1 piece for each of us.
Excellent, Lizzie.
Thirds. Now what do I do? You have to cut it into thirds, like this. See? 1 for me and my 2 friends. Aww.
Now, suppose you're having dessert with 5 of your friends. You plus 5 friends equals 6. So cut up another pie so that each of you gets 1/6 of the pie.
1/6?
After school, Sister says goodbye, and Lizzie reminds her to finish her fractions homework. The day seems normal, but Sister is already slipping back into her habit of biting her nails. When Mama Bear greets the cubs, she immediately notices. Mama warns her to stop that before it becomes a bad habit. Sister says she knows it's a problem, but she doesn't understand why it's so hard to quit. Mama explains by using the wheelbarrow path as an example. She shows Sister how the wheelbarrow has gone over the same strip of dirt every time she used it, which created a deep rut. Now the wheelbarrow rolls into that rut automatically, even when Mama tries to steer it somewhere else. That's how habits form. The more you repeat an action, the more your brain automatically follows that same path. Sister realizes she doesn't want nail biting to become her rut. Mama then offers a solution. She wraps tape around Sister's nails. It's a physical reminder and something to interrupt the habit. It's also the beginning of her effort to regain control and break the pattern she's been stuck in.
See you tomorrow, Lizzie. Don't forget to do your fractions homework.
Hello, Cubs.
Hi, Mama.
Hi, Mama.
Sister, you'd better stop that nail biting before it becomes a bad habit.
Oops. I keep forgetting. Why is it so hard for me to stop doing it?
If you do a certain thing often enough, you don't even think about it. It's sort of like this path. The wheelbarrow's gone over it so many times that it's worn a deep rut right down the middle, and it keeps getting deeper every time I use it. It's the same way with a bad habit. The more you do something, the harder it is to get out of it.
I see what you mean. I want to get out of my nail-biting rut before it gets any harder.
You know, I have an idea that just might help you out. There. Now you can't bite your nails even if you want to.
This feels neat. Thanks, Mama.
You're welcome.
Sister's back at school, still wearing the tape on her fingers. She asks Lizzie for help sticking pictures of apples onto a tree. She's a little embarrassed, but determined to stick with the plan of not biting her nails. Lizzie laughs when she sees the tape fingers and asks how long is she going to keep those funny fingers. Sister says as long as it takes to break her nail biting habit, but she also admits the tape is starting to drive her crazy. They get back to their assignment and Lizzie hands Sister the pieces she needs. Sister finishes her part and tries to joke about it, but the tape keeps getting in the way. Then she suddenly feels an itch on her shoulder. She tries to scratch, but the tape stops her. The frustration hits fast. Lizzie steps in and helps her scratch the itch. Sister is grateful but also annoyed because even simple things are becoming difficult to do. Lizzie jokes that Sister can return the favor someday, but Sister shakes her head and says not until she gets the tape off of her fingers. Moments like this show why breaking a habit is so tough. Sister wants to change, but the solution itself creates new problems. She's learning that fixing a bad habit isn't just about stopping the action, it's about dealing with the challenges that appear along the way.
Lizzie, I need some help again. How long are you going to have those funny fingers? As long as it takes to break my nail biting habit. It better be soon because this tape is getting really annoying. Here you go. Thanks. There. That's enough apples. I'm glad you didn't do a cherry tree. Me too. Oh, what's the matter? Oh, I have an itch on my shoulder, but I can't scratch it. Here, let me help. Oh, thanks. No problem. The next time I have an itch I can't scratch, you can help me. Not until I get this silly tape off my fingers.
Sister finally reaches her limit. She explains to Mama that the tape made everything harder, and she decided to take the tape off, and Sister proudly says that she hasn't bitten her nails since then. She's sure the habit is gone. Mama is happy to hear it and offers a small reward, a honeycomb chewy. Sister's eyes light up. Brother jokes that he hasn't bitten his nails in 10 years and deserves the whole batch, but he settles for one. The moment feels positive until Brother pulls out his science project. It's a display of the moon's phases. As he talks, he suddenly notices something. Sister is biting her nails again. She's just as surprised as he is. She truly thought she had stopped. Mama sees it too and realizes the first plan didn't solve the problem. Sister needs another strategy. Brother quickly suggests lemon juice on her nails. Sister isn't sure, but she tries it. The sour taste hits instantly and she pulls her hand back in shock. It's not pleasant, but it works. Mama praises Brother for the clever idea and hands him another honeycomb square. He happily takes it and jokingly offers more services like weather reports and short poems. As Brother leaves, Sister looks frustrated. The habit is harder to shake than she expected, but this moment shows something important. Breaking a habit isn't a straight line. Even when you think you've beaten it, it can sneak back in and you have to keep trying new ways to stay in control.
And I couldn't pick things up. I couldn't unbuckle my backpack. I couldn't scratch an itch. I couldn't even play my recorder in music class. That's why I took the tape off my fingers.
I see.
And I haven't bitten my nails since, so I think I've broken my bad habit.
Well, good news like that calls for a celebration. How does a honeycomb chewy sound?
It sounds delicious.
Gee, I haven't bitten my nails in 10 years. That must be worth the whole batch. Just kidding. One honeycomb chewy will be fine.
I think so too.
What's that?
It's my science project. We're learning all about the moon. This shows all the different phases of the moon. This one here's a full moon, over here's a half moon. Oh, this is a quarter moon. Sis, you're biting your nails again. You said you stopped biting them.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought too. I think we'll have to find another way to keep those fingers away from your mouth.
Hey, I just got an idea.
Are you sure this lemon juice plan will work?
Positive. Go ahead, give it a try.
Ugh, that's so sour.
Ta-da! Problem solved.
Brother Bear, that clever idea has earned you another honeycomb square.
Hey, all right. Thanks, Mama. Anything else you need? I mean, cooking tips, a weather report, maybe a short poem?
I think you've given me enough help before supper.
Delicious. Catch you later, sis.
That night, sister lies awake in bed. The crescent moon shines through the window, and it reminds her of fractions from class. The more she thinks about schoolwork, the more her mind spins. She tosses and turns, unable to calm down, and without even noticing, she starts biting her fingernails again. By morning, she's tired and frustrated. At breakfast, sister tells brother that the lemon juice didn't last. The sour taste faded, and she went right back to biting her nails through the night. Papa hears this and decides to try something different, something based on motivation. He places a dime in sister's hand and gives her a challenge. If she can make it through the whole day without biting her nails, she gets to keep the dime. Up until now, every solution tried to block the habit: tape, lemon juice. But Papa's idea is about building control from the inside. Instead of stopping the habit for her, it gives her a reason to stop it herself. It's the first time someone treats sister not as someone who needs to be fixed, but as someone who can make a choice and stick to it.
It's my science project. Over here's a half moon. Oh, this is a quarter moon. Oh, this is a quarter moon. Over here's a half moon.
So cut up another pie so that each of you gets 1/6 of the pie.
You have to cut it into thirds.
Hey, sis. How did the lemon juice work?
Okay, sort of.
Okay, sort of.
After a while, the lemon juice didn't taste so bad. So I ended up biting my nails all night.
This nail biting habit is going to be more difficult to break than I thought.
I know something we haven't tried. Every morning I'll give you a dime to hang on to. At the end of the day, if you haven't nibbled your nails, it's yours to keep.
10 cents a day?
That's a great idea. Thanks, Papa.
Gee, I wish I had a bad habit so I could make some extra money.
Papa is reading the newspaper when he spots an ad for Bear Valley Electronics. The store is having a big sale, 1/3 off all items. Papa shows it to the family, but the moment sister sees the fraction, she bites her nails again. She realizes she slipped back into her habit and hands the dime back to Papa. She calls herself a full-time nail biter, and the disappointment hits her hard. Papa suggests raising the reward to 1/4, hoping it will help. But brother notices something important. It isn't the reward that's the problem, it's the fractions themselves. They're the trigger. To prove it, he writes several fractions on a piece of paper and holds it up for sister. As soon as she looks at them, she bites her nails again. Sister finally admits the truth. Fractions make her anxious because she doesn't understand them well. This is a turning point. Up until now, everyone has focused on stopping the nail biting itself. But brother connects the habit to the stress and confusion about math. Mama agrees, explaining that the more sister understands fractions, the less nervous she'll feel and the less she'll fall back into the habit. Sister likes the idea. She grabs brother's arm and races out of the kitchen with him, excited and ready to learn. For the first time, she's not just fighting the habit, she's tackling the problem behind it.
Would you look at that? Bear Valley Electronics is having a sale. 1/3 off on selected items.
You're biting your nails already, sis.
Oh, dear.
I might as well face it. I'm going to be a full-time nail biter for the rest of my life.
Maybe we should try 1/4.
Hey, I think I know why she's biting her nails.
You do?
Why?
Well, sis, what do you think? See? Fractions are making her do it.
They are?
You were biting your nails when I showed you the half moon, and when Papa showed you the 1/3 off in the newspaper, and then when he said 1/4.
Are you saying she's nervous about fractions?
Are you, sis?
Well, they are kind of hard to understand. I think I'm the only one in my class who doesn't get it.
Well, fractions can be confusing at first. Do you want some help figuring them out?
Okay.
Once you start understanding fractions better, we'll see if you stop biting your nails.
What are we waiting for? Come on, brother. Let's get started.
Whoa!
Back in the Cubs' bedroom, brother sits with sister and helps her work through fractions. As they go through each example, something starts to click. Sister begins to understand what fractions actually mean. Right as she's feeling confident, the alarm clock suddenly rings and startles them both. But this time, instead of stressing out, Sister laughs. The fear she had around fractions is fading. Later, Sister is outside on the swing set when Lizzie arrives with their homework. Lizzie asks if she's ready to work on fractions together. Sister gives a proud smile. She's already finished it. She holds up her hands and shows Lizzie her fingernails, now grown out and painted. They're not chewed down anymore, a quiet sign that she's not stuck in the habit like before. Lizzie reminds her that she still owes her a back scratch, and Sister jumps off the swing and playfully chases her. It's a light, happy ending that shows exactly how far she's come. She didn't just stop biting her nails, she learned why she was doing it and gained enough confidence to break the cycle. It's not magic, it's growth, patience, and understanding the real problem behind the habit. Sister learned the skill, and with it, she found her way out of the rut.
Fractions are no big deal. You've already been using them without even knowing it.
Like when?
Like when you're looking at a clock. What time does it say?
That's easy. It's 8:15.
Right, and it's called a 8:15 because when the minute hand goes from here to here, 15 minutes or a quarter of one whole hour has passed.
I never thought about it like that before.
What's that?
25 cents.
Okay, that's how much it's worth, but what is the coin called?
A quarter.
Right, and if you have 4 quarters, it's worth one whole dollar.
Ah. Maybe fractions aren't as hard as I thought. You know, you're a pretty good teacher.
Thanks. Ah! All right, class. We will continue our lesson on fractions after recess.
Oh, brother. Hi, Lizzie. Hi, sister. I brought my books over. I thought we could do our homework together. I've already finished my homework. All of it? Even the fraction worksheet? Uh-huh. It hardly took any time at all. Why are you holding your hands like that? Oh, no reason. Are you biting your nails again? No, not for weeks. Open them up. Let me see. Wow! You have nail polish on. Yes. Mama said I could put it on when my nails grew back. Cool. Once I stopped worrying about fractions, I stopped biting my nails. Hey, I think you owe me a back scratch. Remember? You asked for it, Lizzie Bruin.
In the end, Sister didn't break her habit by forcing herself to stop. She broke it by finally understanding what set it off. Once she faced the real problem, the stress hiding behind those fractions, the habit began to fade on its own. And that's the lesson in this story. Change doesn't always start with stopping a behavior. Sometimes it starts with understanding yourself. What looked like a tiny habit was really a clue, a sign that something inside her needed help, patience, and a little support from the people around her. And once she got that, she didn't just quit biting her nails, she grew more confident. It's a simple message to the viewers, but an important one. If you want to change a habit, don't just fight what you're doing. Look at why you're doing it. Because once you find a real cause, the solution finally makes sense. Tell me what you think about the episode in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, share a habit you once had to break.